Hello, my name is Tâm. Today I would like to tell you a short talk on test 1. Number 1. Firstly, the speaker said hello and introduced her name. And she said she was calling about the advertisement that they have placed in the Cliffdale newspaper for used bicycle. Next, she said that she had been looking for a bike then, and she thought the one they had described in their ad seemed perfect. After that, she suggested call her back because she had some questions about it. Finally, the speaker said that she was going on holiday on Friday and wouldn't be back for 2 weeks, so she was thankful if they could call her before then. Number 2. Firstly, the speaker got all its attention. Next, he announced the maintenance team had found a leaking under conveyor belt, and so they would have to shut down production until the leak could be fixed. After that, he said that they didn't expect the repairs to take long, and because their lunch break started in about 15 minutes, they were going to extend lunchtime that day from the usual half hour to 45 minutes. Finally, the speaker hoped they enjoy the extra time and they would see the employees back at their workstations at 1 o'clock. Number 3. Firstly, the speaker said hello and she said she was calling from the Pine Hill Medical Clinic upon their appointment with Dr. Smith on August 4th at 10 a.m. Next, she reminded their office had recently relocated in the new medical professional building at the corner of the Cooper Avenue and Main Street. Finally, the speaker suggested call her back to confirm that they would keep their appointment, and she was thankful for that. Number 4. Firstly, the speaker wanted to know if they were looking for fresh and inventive cooking. He suggested come to Adrian's, located on the top floor of the Medford building. Next, he introduced Adrian's, offered breathtaking views of the entire city and many authentic Italian dishes they wouldn't find anywhere else. After that, he commented their carefully prepared entrees were surprisingly affordable, and for 5 years in a row, they have been on the Daily Times list of past Prague restaurants. Finally, the speaker suggested come to Adrian's. Number 5. Firstly, the speaker said hello and said that was the message for George Wu at Riverdale Publishing, and she introduced her name. She said that they had met the month before at the Southwest Literary Conference, and she had told her about a book she had been writing, Java's Land. Next, she said that she had just completed the first draft and was going to go ahead and email her a copy. After that, she said that she was excited about the possibility of working with her. because she had edited so many books by other travel writers that she admired. Finally, the speaker hoped she find manuscripts promising, and she looked forward to hearing from her. Number 6. Firstly, the speaker introduced. They were listening to the KLS, their favorite folk music station. Next, she said that they would have interview with songwriter and singer Rupert Vega, and she said they had been friends ever since they had met in a music class at Coast University. After that, she said that Robert would be talking about his new album Total Veil, recorded live at the famous Wailing Pearl Festival. Finally, the speaker suggested stay tuned because after the break, she would tell them how they could win the pair tickets to his upcoming concert at the Midland Arena. Number 7. Firstly, the speaker reminded his staff to tell patrons about new service they were offering on the library's website. Next, he introduced patrons could access the library's catalog, their accounts online, so they could put titles on hold and search other libraries for an interlibrary loan, reviews, checkouts, or from their home computer. After that, he said that they had magnet made that had their website printed on them. Finally, the speaker suggested tell patrons about it when they checked out at the circulation desk. Number 8. Firstly, the speaker got Zorba's attention and suggested visit their newly remodeled top-floor display area. Next, he said that they had transformed the entire floor into a bright and open space to showcase the large selection of living room furniture. When they displayed more creative room layouts and design ideas. After that, he said that they offered a complimentary in-store consultation service, and he suggested speak with their design staff to find the perfect fabric for their sofa and choose the best lighting or accessories to decorate their room. Finally, the speaker suggested come and take a look. Number 9. Firstly, the speaker suggested start planning the fall travel session every September, and they had decided to have the summer interns write most of it, and it was a good long-term project for them. Next, he said that it was the first time they had used the interns to work on new articles for the weekday editions and he reminded how time-consuming and gave the interns daily feedback on their articles, and some of them have missed important deadlines for their articles. After that, he said that summer, mentoring assignment just once a week. Finally, the speaker suggested take a look at their calendars and email him when they were free to mentor someone. Number 10. Firstly, the speaker welcomed to Sunlight House, introduced his name, and said that he would be leading them on that afternoon's tour. Next, he introduced the building was designed by Ike Thompson, who worked on many industrial buildings, and so he was well known for that day. After that, he said that the buildings were simple, one large room with cleverly designed space for Thompson and each of his associates. And he said that tiled floor was quite common that day, but it had been revolutionary for Thompson's time. Finally, the speaker said that they could take a photo free but not handle or lean against anything because many items on display have become fragile with age.